Hi, and welcome to the next video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about an experience I had in Osaka, Japan, while I was living there. So, I had mentioned in prior videos about how I found a place to live in Japan. So, the apartment that I ended up renting out from UR, which is a government subsidized housing property management company, was out in Gotenyama, which is a subsection of Hirakatashi. And the apartment I had two balconies, an east and a west facing one, so I could enjoy sunrise and sunset from a nice outdoor viewing place when weather permitted to be outside. Anyway, the first few months that I was there, and this would have been probably about May to July, because I had moved there in April. Remember one morning, waking up, making breakfast, and slid the curtains over to enjoy the view of the east facing balcony. And as I'm looking out, there's a sliding glass door. I look down at the balcony and I see some very large bug. And I'll put up a picture somewhere. Fortunately, and this didn't, it was about that big, so about the size of my pinky, maybe a little bigger. Like I said, fortunately, I had read up about this type of critter called the giant Japanese wasp, or the murder hornet, as now we refer to it as, because the bite or sting from this particular insect has been known to kill people. Just like bees, that some people have allergic reactions to them, some don't. Well, this guy, a little more potent than that. So if you don't die, you're going to be in a lot of pain from this. And I think that even some YouTubers go around getting stung by different insects, and this is one of the ones they've recorded. So I knew exactly what I was looking at. And they usually come out when it's warmer. So got a little worried that this thing is outside just sitting on my balcony. The balcony that I would like to use on occasion at night, maybe just to kind of look around and just people watch or watch cars go by down the street, or just enjoy sunrise in this particular case. Or I should say sunset. Yeah, that was the east facing side. Anyhow, so was wondering what I was going to do, if anything, about it, and what I could do. So decided to grab a cup of water, slide the door, and throw water at it, hoping it would shoo the animal away and keep me safe from it stinging. So slide, throw, close. Nope. Just sat there. So did it again. Nope. Okay. Maybe and I didn't have any, insect sprays or repellents or any kind of pesticides at the time, so I thought, okay, maybe if I hit him with something else, maybe he'll get the message. So I think I had some cooking oil, so got the bottle, slid it very carefully, open, threw some of it on, closed the door. Nope, still unmoved. Started wondering if he was dead, but I think I did see a mandible or an antenna move, so he was obviously alive, and he was in the shade, so I was wondering if he's resting, is he dying, what's going on here? But I don't want to get too close, I don't want to get bitten or stung by this thing, especially as I'm living alone. If I end up being one of these people who's allergic to this, I'd rather not die in my apartment in a foreign country. So started thinking about, okay, how do I get rid of this guy? Got on my phone, looked up this particular insect to get a little more details, and looked up, okay, how they usually, if you know anything about them, they usually go into bees' nests, end up killing bees, with their mandibles. They can chop them in half, and they'll steal their food, honey, whatever, but they can decimate an entire bee colony. So, looking at my phone, reading up about this thing, and I see how bees deal with it, which is very creative. And apparently what they do is bees will swarm on them, surround them, and they'll shake their bodies to generate heat. With the idea being that bees can have a higher tolerance for heat than the murder hornet. So what they basically do is generate enough heat to cook them and burn them alive. So if enough bees get together, bye-bye hornet. So I started thinking, okay, how can I apply that in this scenario? Because I'm just one person and I'm not gonna give this guy a hug and shake to heat him up. Start looking around in my kitchen, and then it dawns on me, I have a kettle. So put some water in the kettle, put it in its base, turn it on, wait for it to boil. Once the water's boiled, grab it, make sure he's still in the same place, slide that door open, ready to close it at a moment's notice. Pour all that hot water right on him. Instantly he starts moving, gets on his back, and does the death pose. I closed the door and saw this from a safe distance. But yeah, he eventually stops moving. I knew he was dead. And in order to give you scale, or give other people scale so I could share this and tell this story, I decided to take a picture with my little Lego avatar standing next to it to give you an idea of how big this thing is. And eventually got my broom and sweeper and just kind of flinged him over the balcony, into a grassy area below. So didn't want to touch it, didn't feel like putting it in my garbage in case he wasn't dead, and now it would be in the garbage in my apartment. So I just got rid of him. So that was my balcony hornet story in Japan. See you guys in the next video.